ain't gon' do nothing. Celebration, I might have a toast with you. I'm feeling good, I'm feeling great, I'm terrific. We ain't taking no losses, we winning. Undefeated, check the percentage.
Yo, what's good, everybody? Shout out everybody that's in the building, everybody that's going to tap in the building. You know, tonight is special. We have a special guest, somebody new to the channel. And I came across this gentleman's page, man. I was like, yeah, I gotta get bro on, man. Bro talking that talk, you hear me? So we gonna get to it tonight. We're gonna talk about what we need to talk about, whether it's the Kwesi, whether it's the Kevin O'Connells of the world, whether it's the JJ McCarthy's, the draft. We just got a lot on the plate, and we're going to bring our guests up to help us get through those conversations, man. Without further ado, shout out my guy, Bruce, man, from Twin City Sports Talk, man. What's happening, bro?
Oh, not much. I'm glad to be here. Thanks for having me on. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, man. Absolutely. So, like, the first question that I always ask when I have a guest on is, first of all, how did you become a Vikings fan? Why, or more simple, why are you a Vikings fan, bro? A lot of people just say I was born in Minnesota. It just is what it is. But what's your story?
Well, I'm going to stick with the simple route there. I am from Minnesota, so that's kind of the tie there. My dad always kind of just grew me up as a Vikings fan. I remember 2009. That was kind of my earliest memory, seeing him on his knees after that. Good old Brett Favre throwing the pick. But either way, like... Yeah, it's kind of been my whole life. I started the podcast Twin City Sports Talk like 2 months ago, so
nice.
Fairly new. But I used to talk about it with my cousin for probably an hour every day, all Minnesota sports. So we're like, heck yeah, let's just record it, get some people on there, and yeah, it's kind of taken off a little bit, but we're doing well, and it's just super fun. But yeah, Vikings fan my whole life, Minnesota sports fan my whole life, so nothing really special about it. I don't know how I've kept being a Vikings fan because it's awful, but
yeah. Well, you really have no choice, bro. Like for you, bro, it's in blood. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like you from Minnesota, it's in blood. See me, if you don't know Bruce, bro, I'm from Charleston, South Carolina, bro. I'm on the whole other side of the country down there.
All right. Yeah, I didn't know that.
So I could easily turn my back and just walk and go be a Panthers fan, a Falcons, a Jaguar, whatever. But it ain't gonna happen, man. I'm here. I'm purple and gold to the death of me, man. That's a fact.
But I will say, like Vikings fans, they do travel well. Like it's you see a lot of fans in away stadiums, no matter London or really anywhere. But
yeah, man. I mean, even down here, bro, where I'm at, down here in the Southeast, man, believe it or not, like if we have like a primetime game, we're playing a Monday night, Sunday night game, and you pop into a bar around here, like a sports bar, whether it's Buffalo Wild Wings or even your just local ones, man, you'll be surprised how much Vikings jersey and Vikings fans you see around here, man. So we're everywhere. I will say that. And I've been a ton of places, to Vikings games as well, whether it's Miami, like going to the Dolphins game, Atlanta, Jacksonville, Carolina, and Charlotte. So, I mean, we're everywhere, man. We pop out. So shout out to us, man, for sure.
Yeah, there you go.
Our fan base doing our thing, man. So that's what's up.
Yeah,
that's what's up, man. First of all, everybody, make sure you go and subscribe to Twin City Sports Talk. His name's in the title. So, I always do that. I always got to explain that every show, but I put it in the title so that it's easy. You just click it. It's highlighted for you. Just click it. We will also add it to within somewhere in between the show. I'll put it in the chat and pin it up there so y'all can go subscribe and support this man and his peoples he has over there. Because you have a crew over there too, right, Bruce?
Yeah, I got two co-hosts, my cousin Trevor and my buddy Jack. So sports every day. So
yeah, man. So shout out to them fellas, man. Let's get them some subscribers, man. Let's get them some support while they talk this Minnesota Vikings. Also, I mean, I don't want to cut you. I don't want to even sell you short there, Bruce, though, because it's not just about the Vikings on your end. I mean, you guys talk Wild, you guys talk Twins. I mean, you talk Timberwolves as well.
Yeah, with all the trade speculation with the Wolves right now and a trade deadline. But yeah, Wolves, everything. Met some Gophers football stuff too. We actually just had
you got a player on
receiver commit. Yeah, Braden Stevens.
Yeah, okay.
He's the #1 wide receiver in Missouri, so it's fun having him on. But
let's go.
Yeah,
let's go, man. See, man, y'all. Hey, don't miss out, man. Go tap in with them. Go tap in with them, man. Let's get it. Yeah. So let's get into. I want to ask you, Bruce. Yeah. I ask every guest this because I was a huge JJ McCarthy fan coming into the process. I mean, even before I knew the Vikings were even going to go after him, I love JJ McCarthy. He was just my type of guy, man. You know, watching him in college, I'm a Michigan supporter. So when I looked at Michigan play football, I'm like, you know what? I want that dude on my professional team because I'm more of an NFL fan than I am a college fan. So like I can miss a Michigan Wolverines game and it's nothing to me, right? I can't Vikings game, bro. Like I don't see any world unless I'm on my deathbed where
I agree.
on Sunday and I don't watch it. Yeah, right. That won't happen. You hear me? So like I say that to say when he came to the Vikings, hey, you know your boy RAP was happy, bro. But I want to ask you because you seem like you follow college and stuff like that.
Yeah.
What was your thought process, bro? Like when this whole thing was going down and you realized JJ McCarthy was about to be our quarterback.
So the thing with JJ I always liked was, first off, like even you can see it in the NFL, the pre-snap activities that he runs. He's able to pick up what a defense is putting out there, and that's something you could see in college a lot. Kind of the stuff that we saw in the NFL in his first 9 games now is stop with like the off-platform throws sometimes and try to get your feet planted. Stop with the leg flying over when he's releasing the ball. But like that stuff, that's the kind of stuff you can improve. The stuff we've talked about is the pre-snap. That's not something you can really fix if you have that problem in college, if you have that problem going into the league, it's harder to process a defense than get your mechanics right. So I'm a huge JJ McCarthy stan. I have full faith in the kid. But that's kind of the thing I saw most coming out of college that I got excited about is even if the mechanics have some troubles, which there were, and we saw it especially kind of in the first 4 or 5 games here. That's the kind of stuff you can fix over time. That's the stuff coaching can fix. But that's the biggest thing is the off or like the pre-snap stuff is, I mean, there was one snap against the Bears. I think it was the home game, week 10 or whatever that was this season. Even Tremaine Edmonds, it was on second snap, I think, but Tremaine Edmonds jumped his foot just a tiny little sliver. It's easy to see it on the all 22. But right when JJ, he saw that and he knew from that they were in man coverage and Tremaine Edmonds was going to follow the running back, Jordan Mason, on the flat. And just like that little stuff, like he's so good at reading the defense. I would say the progressions need to come a bit smoother in the pocket, but that's stuff you can improve on, like I'm saying. So
yeah,
that's my biggest thing coming out of college.
So with that being said, real quick, shout out to Evil, man. Too Evil with the 199, man. Appreciate you, Too Evil. And if you don't know, Too Evil he'll come over there and support you as well, Bruce, man. You and the crew. He gonna tell you how he feels about JJ McCarthy.
Sweet.
He calls him JJ McFartley, like everything. You know what I mean? You know, but hey, if JJ plays good, one thing I'll tell you about my boy 2E is he'll jump on board though. You know, he just want to win. You know, he just wants to win, man. He's sick of the BS and all the extra hype for no results. You know what I mean? So I get it. So with that being said, Bruce, it sounds like you were excited about JJ coming and definitely seeing, you know, had some type of optimism about him being good for us, right?
Yeah. I think he still can be. Definitely not ready to give up on him yet. I mean, all this Joe Burrow speculation. I mean, if we got Joe Burrow, I mean, like that's what it is.
Let's get into it. I mean, let's talk about it. You brought it up. Yeah. What do you think about it?
We kind of have to. It's kind of all over, you know?
Yeah. What do you think about it, man? What would you do?
Well, see, here's the thing. Like, the trade offer that got kind of leaked or like got brought up was I think it was 2 or 3 first-round picks, and then JJ McCarthy and I think Jonathan Grenard. I think that was the big one going around. I personally wouldn't give up 3 first-round picks. I mean, if they did it for 2, I might think about it because Grenard. I mean, you have Dallas Turner coming up, and I'm not too worried about the edge department, even though Ginkle's on the. Like, I mean, he's getting a little bit older, but he's still playing his butt off. But either way, if it was 2 first-round picks, JJ and Grenard, I think I'd go for it. Just because, I mean, you just have to imagine Joe Burrow with Kevin O'Connell, with Justin Jefferson, a better offensive line than he's had in his whole career. I'm like, that would be pretty fun. But
like, what would that look like, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's no ceiling for that, really.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. So, and that's a hard, you know, as Vikings fans, bro. I think people don't understand, man. Like we're in a hard situation right there as a fan trying to express that, right? Because you don't want to come off, especially for somebody like me and you who put our face on the internet every day and do content and try to talk about our team. You know, you don't want to come off as the person of, all right, I'm giving up on JJ McCarthy already, right? Like, 1 year, 10 games, that's all I needed, bro. I want Joe Burrow. But you also on another foot, you're like, Joe Burrow, though, bro, like, listen, and he has the same injury problems. Like, I know availability is an issue there. But again, just like you said, there is no ceiling to that, man. Like, for real, bro. Like, you talking, he threw 5,000 yards with, you know, obviously Jamar Chase, which we have somebody who, in my opinion, is better, you know, all around receiver.
I agree.
You know, so and Jay Rice ended that debate. I don't want to hear no more about it. You know, all these Cincinnati Bengals fans coming out. Jay, how many more Hall of Famers do we need to solidify that debate? That debate got to get put to bed, man. It's over with. Stop it. You know, but I mean, I don't know, Bruce, man. I'm with you on that, bro. Like it's a tough conversation. Hopefully we don't have to have it as the closer we get, man. Hopefully Joe Burrow, I know he came on yesterday. He was at the Pro Bowl games or whatever and said, I mean, they asked him. He's like, yeah, I love Cincinnati. Everybody has a bad day, whatever the case may be. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, there's a lot of different ways it could go, but
So with the JJ things, I want to get into the weeds, man, with this, man, and kind of see what you were thinking throughout the season, right? Because like on over here in the community, through the whole season, man, I go live every night after the game or every day after the game. We would do pep rallies before the game. We hype JJ McCarthy up. And a lot of the conversation, bro, over here in this community was, man, Kevin O'Connell really didn't put JJ McCarthy in the right situation, didn't put him in the best position to be great, right? Kevin O'Connell's play calling, just this whole ego trip, bro. Like, it's just like one of those deals where he doesn't want to give up play calling. He just, his head's too big. It is what it is. I mean, what did you see, bro? Why do you think that JJ didn't look at like most people expected him to look at the beginning of the season? Do you blame Kevin O'Connell for that, bro? Or do you just think it was JJ just being young, hasn't played a lot of football?
I think it's honestly like it's really a mix of everything. I even like kind of relate back to Kwesi a little bit, which we'll talk more about him, but like, the point that I'm trying to make is like, we came into this offseason kind of all in, spent the second most money in free agency, got your offensive or your guard, Donovan Jackson, in the draft. And it's like, you kind of had JJ with a lot on his plate to start the season. And I blame that a little bit on Kwesi because, I mean, the dude was 22 years old. You can't really expect to, like, what they expected from him shouldn't have been what they expected from him, in my opinion. But then that kind of relays to Kevin O'Connell in the sense of like week one for like, well, I guess I could say his first to 5 starts. I didn't know I blame a lot of that on KOC because there's a lot of times, I mean, JJ was throwing the ball 32 plus times each game. And yeah, he put the ball in harm's way, but also Kevin needs to run the ball. There was the one pick against, I think it was the Ravens. I think the Marlon Humphrey pick where it's 3rd and 1 midfield, start of the second half on the all 22. I actually just looked at this like a week ago. You look back on that play and a 3rd and 1, usually a coach would go run the ball, you would think. But obviously this is the pass where JJ threw it like 45 yards downfield. It was one-on-one coverage, Marlon Humphrey, Justin Jefferson. My biggest gripe about that play right there, or that play call, is that if you look, literally no one else is even like, TJ Hawkinson was the only other like receiving threat on that play. He brought Aaron Jones and CJ Hammond to block. None of them leaked out on the flat or anything. TJ Hawkinson was just kind of doing like a lackluster route on the very left, but the only option was Justin, which I get it. Isolate the number 1 wide receiver in the game. I completely get that. But to have no dump off option, to have no other option for JJ, basically just saying, all right, 3rd and 1, you're going to heave this down there. And then that's obviously the one where Justin got tangled up in Marlon Humphrey's legs. And then the big pick right there. But that kind of solidified the second half, to be honest, in that game. But you could definitely see in the last 4 games when JJ was playing well. He played really well these last 4 games. And that was such a positive thing, but it's because Kevin relied on the run game. He didn't put much on JJ's seat there around his plate. just a lot less for him to really worry about. That's really what it comes down to for me. I'd say the first 5 games more on Kevin O'Connell, but JJ, he just looks way better when you can have a solid run game.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
No, absolutely, man. Hey, shout out real quick, Bruce. Let me shout out everybody in the building really fast, man, to keep the lights on. Shout out Bob, Mr. I Want to Mock. Appreciate you. Appreciate you tapping in. Bob will fade you up. Let's get it, man. We got Cody, Tycoon, what's good? The Vikings, Gallahorn, shout out to you. Appreciate you tapping in. Blunt, what's happening, man? Appreciate you. Philly, what's good with you, Philly, man? Appreciate you tapping in as well. Everybody, make sure you go subscribe to our guy Bruce over there at Twin City Sports Talk, man. Let's go. Ray, what's happening? Jackson, what's good with you, Jackson? Appreciate you tapping in as well. Y'all hit that like button as well so we can get our gang up in the building. What we got? We got Yogi in the building. Where Yogi at, man? Shout out my guy Yogi in the building, man. Let's go. Shout out Yogi. Jason, what's good, man? All right. Oh, yeah. So we got a crew in here, and they'll pile in. I usually go live around. I usually go 7 Central Time. So this is kind of a one of those deals where it's just like we call it a pop-up show. People like, oh shit, what are you doing, Rap? You going live an hour early? Perfect. Yeah, because I got my boy Bruce on, man. Tap in with it. Sir. Let's go. Shout out Jackson. He said, my cousin and his wife just had a baby boy. Can't wait to make him a Vikings fan. Hey, let's go, man. Let's go. Let's go, baby cuzzo.
Congrats.
Hey, that's a fact, man. Shout out Jackson, man. We appreciate you, Jackson. That's a fact, man. Thank you. So, yo, damn, that damn thing loud as hell. That thing long. Holy, I didn't know that sound bite was that long. But that thing like 20 minutes. All right, man. So that was a lot. That was a lot just now. Shout out to everybody. So my thing with JJ, Bruce, I'm gonna get into this with Kevin O'Connell, because to me, we had a ton of people, man, in the community that just doesn't like Kevin. Still to this day, bro, that just aren't feeling the Kevin O'Connell thing. The Kevin O'Connell thing just doesn't sit right with a bunch of Vikings fans for that reason that you stated. For that reason of, bro, why are you not running the football? You know what bothered me the most, Bruce, was when he goes to and my community knows this, bro. When he goes to these meetings and he sits there and tells us, man, we're gonna run the ball, we're gonna do this, that, and the third, we're gonna be aggressive. And then the season comes about and you do the total opposite. I mean, you don't even do anything close to what you told us you were going to do. And when we hear it, we're like, yo, you do that? Oh, we're gonna be in good shape. We're gonna win a lot of football games if you do that. Mm-hmm. And of course, he goes away from it. To me, I think that's an issue, especially when you have a young quarterback in JJ McCarthy. I think what we saw at the end of the season, bro, just imagine if he would have started doing that from the get-go and what we would have saw from JJ McCarthy. JJ McCarthy would be getting talked about in a whole different light right now because the head coach
clowned all over in the internet.
Clowned, bro. And then what makes it worse, Bruce, is not only is he getting clowned from, everybody and their mama, it just keeps piling on because, Kwesi Adofo-Mensah gets fired. And now all of a sudden it's JJ's fault. It's because Kwesi wanted him and Kevin O'Connell wasn't all the way sold. And, and obviously Justin Jefferson's doing his radio road tour. And the first question, obviously the main question, like it is every year, what about the quarterback? So, I mean, this kid just can't catch a break, bro. Like, hey, good thing he's mentally tough, bro. And that's one thing I really liked about him coming into the process is I felt like his mental separated him from the other quarterbacks in that class, in my opinion. Now, that class might be really good, though. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
It's already proven. Yeah. Yeah, man. Bo Nix is surprised me. Obviously, Drake May's playing in the Super Bowl here in the next couple of days. I mean, sheesh, bro. Yeah, you can't really be mad at that draft.
I mean, Jaden Daniels too. I mean, he had little injuries this year, but he's gonna be great too.
So who was your number one guy in that class, bro? When it came,
it was Drake May. Which is ironic because obviously the Vikings, it's been out for a while. They tried trading Danielle Hunter, 3 first-round picks or whatever it was. I would have loved it, but there's a reason why the Patriots didn't take that deal.
Said no.
They proved it this year. So
yeah,
he was my number one, but JJ he wasn't far off.
So speaking of Super Bowl, bro, let's get into the sticky things right here, bro. Sam Darnold, bro. Hey, where were you at with it? Like after winning 14 games, Bruce, I mean, and yes, the last 2 games, bro, were ugly, dog. Like for real, we know that. And I'll tell you where I was on it after I hear where you were at on it, because I want to hear where you're at on it, and then you can either be surprised or be like, I figured, right?
Yeah,
So I mean, like,
sounds good.
did you want to keep Sam Darnold, or were you cool with letting him go ahead and mosey his way up out the crib, man? Where were you at with it?
Yeah, I'm gonna I'll get back to the last off season, but I want to start with something we've talked a lot about on my show is
Yeah.
Sam Darnold walked from a super good situation here in Minnesota, and he walked right into possibly an even better situation
Mhm.
in Seattle there. Because first of all, you have an offensive coordinator who is determined to run the ball. That's a step up from Kevin, first off. And then the defensive has proved themselves in Seattle. They are a top 5 unit, arguably top 3, or maybe some people put them as the best defense in the league. Obviously, it's kind of the same. Brian Flores' defense always going to be good.
Yep.
But my point here is Darnold with the stats. If you just look at the plain stats this year, it wasn't anything amazing. It's just he has such a great situation where now I'll go back to kind of last offseason. The Vikings draft a quarterback with the 10th overall pick. They trade up for a guy. And here's the thing, like you said, those last 2 games, if we're really thinking back to last season, those last 2 games, they left a dry taste in your mouth. And it was hard to even think about keeping him when, yes, it's the offensive line's fault in that Rams playoff game, but he took 9 sacks. Sometimes you just got to get the ball out, maybe if it's in harm's way, but you got to get the ball out sometimes. The Lions game was just horrendous by itself. So yes, the last 2 games were pretty horrible, but obviously we needed to address defensive line and offensive line. We can talk about if Javon Hargrave and Will Fries were below average this year, and Hargrave might get cut this offseason to save some money, but that's the stuff you needed to do. And then you drafted a guy at 10th overall. I am still to this day happy we didn't sign Darnold, because if I'm being completely honest, the Seahawks was a better situation for him. And I this is me just talking, but I don't think we would have went to the Super Bowl. People can call me crazy, but this team wasn't as perfect of a situation as Seattle, in my opinion. Even if we signed Darnold. So
no, I'm with you. I'm with you on that, bro. I feel the same way. People are, Vikings fans, obviously on Twitter or X, whatever, or oh, see, he's going to the Super Bowl. Stupidest mistake the Minnesota Vikings ever made. Now, I'll say this. I don't think that it was the stupidest mistake, but it may have been a mistake, just when you think about it from just okay, if he's really getting into his form at this moment because of his age and everything, he technically could be a franchise quarterback. He technically could be,
he's still relatively young.
Yeah, he's still relatively young. I mean, you could build a team around him for the next 5-6 years and still be in his prime. So when you think about it from that standpoint, it's okay, if he's in his bag right now, because God forbid, man, he goes to another Super Bowl next year or even gets close, you're gonna be like, yo, we damn near might have let one of the best quarterbacks because then he'll be in the conversation as one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. Being put up there with the Josh Allens, the Patrick Mahomes, and all that good stuff. He'll be compared to those guys at least, but again, I still was on the train of it's time to let him walk, right? And my main reason, Bruce, was because you committed to him and you committed to JJ McCarthy, and for that reason, you need to lie in that bed. Now, if that bed cost you your job, it is what it is. Right? I mean, this is part of the game. It's like one of those deals where, bro, you got to lie. You made the bed, man. Go take a nap in it. And kind of that's where we're seeing that process kind of unfold in a way with Kwesi Adofo-Mensah obviously getting fired. Kevin O'Connell gets to save his job. But again, I think the quarterback position is up in the air, unfortunately, for the Minnesota Vikings, which is something that I was hoping wouldn't be the case. I was hoping that we would be able to go through an off season, man, without talking about the quarterback, bro. Because ever since we had Kirk Cousins, bro, I just so you know, I was never a Kirk Cousins believer. From the moment I started YouTube, bro, I wanted him out of the door. I just felt like we weren't going to get there with him. So I wanted him out of the door. I didn't care about him having individual good games. I'm like, bro, no, I want to win as a team. And I just think he's going to fold when it matters. And I'm like, when we get JJ, we won't have to have these talks anymore. Well, look at this. We're here again, bro, having conversations about the quarterback every single effing offseason, bro. Every offseason, bro.
Yep.
Shit crazy.
Vikings fans is our life.
Yeah, I'm telling you, bro. Holy shit, bro. Like, but I think we'll figure it out, man. Hey, so Two Evil said McCarthy is easily the worst quarterback in his draft. Well, I don't know, Two Evil. We'll see. We'll see. I think the jury's still out. Michael Penix is looking pretty bad. Spencer Rattler was in that class too. Now let's make sure we throw Spencer Rattler in there. Now give him some grace. Give him some grace. Now,
right? Yeah, just lost his job to Tyler Shuck. So
yeah, man.
Yeah,
let's go, man. He ain't the worst quarterback in the draft class. Come on now. Spencer Rattler was in there. Shout out Vic in the building. Nathan, what's good? My boy D Woods, what's happening with you? Appreciate you. We got Norse. What's good, Norse? Shout out to Norse in the building, man. Let's read some of these comments right here, Bruce. We'll see. The problem I have when it comes to the national media is they're all over us for not signing Darnold, yet they weren't ever on his wagon when he was wearing purple. They kept calling him a pumpkin. Man, you talking facts, bro. That is a fact.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I completely agree. I mean, that does not sum it up any better than it was. I mean, if people remember, Darnold struggled like halfway through the year. That Jaguars game, that Colts game, both of those, he had like a 3-week stretch where he was not playing good football. And to this day, I said if JJ was healthy last year, he would have taken over right there in those games, because he had, I think, 4 picks against Jacksonville in like week 9 or whatever. The Vikings still ended up winning that game because of Brian Flores. But it's like, I think he would have lost his job. Maybe got it back if JJ didn't play well, but yeah, he was called a pumpkin the whole season. Then
exactly
at the end of the season there, it kind of happened all.
So. It happened, man. The pumpkin definitely showed itself at the end of the season, man. And it's I don't know, man. It just sucks that we even got to go through this, bro. I didn't think he would do nothing in Seattle, to be honest with you. I thought he would be regular. I thought he would be average, right? And he actually, Bruce, to be real with you, he didn't have a crazy season either. Like the season he had with us was way better, in my opinion, as far as statistically and stuff. I think this season, I mean, he wasn't like going off, bro, but he did enough, like you said, because of the defense that the Seattle Seahawks have, the coaching that's being built, or the coaching that's building the team over there. So I want that. This is a great segue, Bruce. Is today you saw the news? We hired what's his name? Matt Thomas.
Yep.
Who was VP of football operations over there in Seattle.
Yes, I think so. Yep.
So with that being said, we brought him in, and they specifically said that we brought him in to help us with the draft in April.
That is the hot topic over the past 4 years.
So how you feel how you feeling about that, bro? Because to me, I think that's actually great news based off of what Seattle has been doing the past couple of years in their draft. To me, it sounds like, all right, we got somebody who knows at least what it looks like in a war room when personnel is saying, hey, which type of player should we go after? Why should we go after this player? Because they have hit on a ton of players in the past couple of years, specifically on that defensive side of the football.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, it is huge. I think anything could feel better than what we've had to suffer through for the past 4 years, especially that 22 draft, and we can talk about the other ones too. But and I think anything would feel better at this point. There is like a few players that I specifically want to target. Do you mind if I mention one of those?
No, go ahead, bro. Go ahead. No, I see all your draft stuff, bro. Go ahead, man. Let's get it.
Yeah. So, I mean, my number one guy, and I've been on the record on my channel saying that this is like Brian Flores was the number one priority, keep him in the building this offseason. That's kind of unsaid, but like my number one priority now after that happened, get Jeremiah Love in a Vikings jersey, because Jeremiah Love, in my opinion, better prospect than Ashton Genty coming out of college. Ashton Genty was playing in the Mountain West at Boise. Jeremiah Love's playing against Power 4 teams the whole year. It's better defenses, better competition. Put up the same amount of stats. The worst thing is his pass blocking, but he's good in the receiving game too. But my biggest thing is that and here's the thing, now that we're back at 18, could have had top 10, but then JJ just had to play so well, which I'm just so upset about. But either way, but now we're kind of in a situation where we might have to trade up to about 10 to get Jeremiah Love if they really like him that much, or if they like him as much as I do. Because my thing with it is, if you get Jeremiah Love in the building, that literally forces Kevin O'Connell to say, all right, you drafted a running back top 10. You need to run the ball.
Yeah.
I mean, Kevin saw in these last 4 games with JJ, he needs to do it either way. But if you get Jeremiah Love in the building, that's everything. That improves the team more than I think any player in the first round could really improve you by. I mean, there's always talks about the cornerback, Mansour Delane, and Jermad McCoy, and a few others in the first round. But this would be, honestly, this would be franchise changing in my opinion. I think that would be the biggest, that's the biggest thing that the Vikings could do this offseason. Get Jeremiah Love in a Vikings jersey, force Kevin O'Connell to run the damn football.
Yeah.
Really, so.
Nah, man, great take on that. So, and so on the other side of that, Bruce, is because we've talked about it over here about like bringing Jeremiah Love, and we have a lot of our community that wants that to happen. My pushback on it is, bro, imagine how furious you would be, right? Because you do your homework, and you say you feel like Jeremiah Love could be franchise changing for this team, right? Imagine we draft Jeremiah Love and Kevin O'Connell says, fuck you. Yeah, I'm saying, excuse my language, right? And does not utilize him, bruh. And does what he does, because I can't trust him, bro. I'll be honest with you, bro. I just don't trust him enough, dog. Like
it's well overdue. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't trust him, but I get your point, and I like where you're going with that, because if you were to, I think, like you said, if you were to do it, it's about the move, though. It's about, okay, this isn't a running back that you drafted in the 5th round, and you know what I mean? It's just a guy, you're gonna try him out. This is a guy that you drafted in the 1st round. That's saying something, bro. That means, okay, you're bringing in a running back in the 1st round, bro. You better use him right away. This is your 1st round draft pick. So it almost forces his hand. So I'm with you on that, man. We might got to do something like that. Shit, something got to shake, bro.
I mean, and the fact that it's like you're trading up into the top 10 to probably get him. So, and there's other running backs in the draft. I mean, Jadarian Price, like Emmett Johnson. There's a few that you could grab in the 2nd or 3rd round, but I genuinely think Jeremiah Love would be the best thing. And like that takes so much pressure off JJ to like go back to that topic. It's just everything. Yeah.
Yep. No, it makes sense. Shout out my boy Yogi, man. So if you don't know Bruce, he said Bruce needs a Minnesota Monsters plaque in the background. So my boy Yogi actually he's starting his own football league. Well, actually already got it. His own football league in Minnesota. And that's the name of the team. So hey Yogi, I know Bruce wouldn't mind, bro. He cover all Minnesota sports. So hey, send him a plaque. We touch on it, man. You know. So hey, let's get it done.
DM the Instagram or something. Like,
man, for sure, man. Let's go. Shout out Yogi, man. I think it's the DFA, and I can't wait till it kicks off, man. They're working hard behind the scenes right now to get it popping. I think they have like 6 teams at the moment. Yogi, correct me if I'm wrong, man. You can drop it in the chat, but now I'm gonna actually help as well. Do a couple podcasts and shout it out and kind of just keep it rolling too. So I'm involved with it too, man. So that'd be cool, man. That'd be cool if you get one back there. I see you got all the teams, so why not add the Minnesota Monsters? Let's get it, man.
Yeah.
Let's get it. All right. Oh, he said the Monsters is the arena team. Okay. All right, that's the arena team. Let's go.
Yeah, okay.
All right, so let's get to the Kwesi thing real quick. I know we kind of touched on it a little bit, Bruce, but do you feel like the fire was warranted, first of all?
Yeah, I didn't. Okay, so yes, it was just because like if you have that 4-year stretch of drafts, it is warranted no matter what, to be honest. But honestly, I didn't think, now that we were like a week or 2 into the Shrine Bowl, the Senior Bowl, everything going on there, I didn't think it would happen this offseason. I thought it would be next offseason if he has another dud of a draft this year. But just the timing kind of threw me off because he was present at the Shrine Bowl and everything, putting in work, but it was warranted for sure.
Yeah. Are you making a big deal about the whole paternity leave scandal, man, that was going around this week? So early this week? Yeah, it was early this week. Yeah.
What was that about again? He took 2 weeks off.
So he took 2 weeks off in 2023, his very first year, because his wife had a child. Now, here's my thing with it, Bruce, is I'm not opposed to being with your wife. I'm a father of 3. and I've been to all 3 of mine, bro. Like, I'm there from the beginning to the end, bro. Like, I'm in the hospital. But what I will say is it really, I think my very first one, Ming, we stayed for 3 days because my woman at the time had to get it. She had to get a C-section. So, that the process was a little different because my daughter wasn't turning around the right way to come out and stuff like that. So it was a little bit more. So I was there for 72 hours at tops, right? 3 days in and out. Second one, 2 days in and out. My last one with my wife here, man, we was there maybe a day and a half. We're there the day before, getting prep, boom, she delivers, boom, 8 more hours after the baby come out, we're gone, right? My problem with it is 2 weeks is too long. Like 2 weeks, I could have seen if you took 3, I'm gonna give you 3 days. You know what I'm saying? 3 days, I could have been like, all right, bro, you were there with your wife. You were able to be there with her on her side. But the time you walk out that hospital door, you should have been back in the TCO Performance Center, in my opinion. But where you at with it? I mean, I know it wasn't the reason he got fired, but
Yeah, I kind of agree. I'd say like maybe a max of like 4 or 5 days. Just keep it under a week, to be honest. Because I mean, your quarterback week 2, that before the Falcons game, he had his kid. He was gone for like
1 day, right?
Yeah, like he was gone a day. And I mean, that's more kind of an important position, being quarterback of the team. But like, 2 weeks is just, it's a little bit much. I mean, you could have came back. It wouldn't have made a huge difference. Like I said, I guess 4 or 5 days, just don't do
and it. Now it goes to, and now, bro, what's crazy now, Bruce, is now that we got that information and then you look at that draft, you're like, oh shit, this just doesn't look good, bro. Like, it would have been different if you hit, you know what I mean? And we still had a lot of those players on the roster and they were balling, bro. You straight wasted that draft, bro. That was a wasted year, but you got your baby, man. Congratulations. But you effed us Vikings fans. Let's just let that be known, Kwesi. Thanks.
Now, do we know, like, was he gone during like the Shrine Bowl or like a specific event or something?
So they said, so Ben Lieber came on and they were all talking about, Ben Lieber and some others were talking about how, this was during a time where they were in the process of interviewing players that were, about to get drafted and just kind of going through that whole practice.
So like very important.
Very important timing. That's the thing. It wasn't like that dead moment in June or something where they get everybody's on break and there's really no news floating around that little 2-week period. It wasn't that. It was no, everybody is balls to the wall all across the season, making moves, making sure everything is good. You know what I mean? Making sure everything's in place. And so I think that's why it fell so hard on him.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense why the draft was like that.
Yeah, I mean, dog, like it just isn't good. But we say that too, Bruce, to say, like, I just think he wasn't good in general. It proves that, being all the numbers guy, there's a place for you in the NFL to be that guy. And I think Rob Brzezinski is a perfect example, a prime example of, hey, if you are a numbers guy and stuff, bro, there's a job for you in the NFL. GM isn't it. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
That's just what it is, bro. And so,
I mean, it's one thing to be able to sign free agents, which Kwesi did amazingly. Is some great free agent classes. It's one, but you're just handing guys money then. And that's honestly, if he didn't have the Andrew Van Ginkel class 2 years ago and this past offseason, it was good at the time. I get Hargrave didn't pan out and stuff, and some guys didn't turn out how we wanted, but it was a good free agent class. All right. But like, that's just handing people money. The drafting, he should have been fired earlier, in my opinion, just because if you have like 3 drafts in a row where, I mean, he didn't draft any Pro Bowlers. I think Naylor and a couple others that I can't think of right now, like 3 starters to this day out of these 4 drafts. It's absolutely insane. I felt like he should have been fired last offseason, but he only wasn't because of the free agent, which makes no sense to me because you're just handing guys money. So
which is weird, bro, because every offseason, I'm sure you see this. Every offseason, once the free agent window manager, let them cook, the famous, putting a chef hat on them and boom, 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 and boosting them up. When in reality, we all should have just stuck to we should have stuck to our guns and said, bro, I really don't care that it's the free agent window right now and he's about to go sign a couple of players. He's not good enough, bro. Like, sorry. No, we're not cooking. Get him out the kitchen. You know what I mean? Like, we really should have stuck to that.
And I was hesitant even giving the dude the job just being an analytical background. Like you just said, it's like, it's not.
He's an accountant.
It's like, you're not fit to run a team. I didn't like it from the start, but and kind of proved my point right.
He's an accountant, bro. But here's my thing, though. I'm starting to get a little worried, Bruce. I want to take it a little further here, right?
Yeah.
Is Kwesi's an accountant. We saw what he brought to the table, and it wasn't much. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
We go out today and we hire Matt Thomas, who guess what? Is also an accountant. You know, when you look into Matt Thomas, and there's not a ton of information about him because, you know, he is kind of under the radar, but the things you do see about Matt Thomas is cap guru. You know, that's his thing. A guy who's very good at, you know, handling the books financially. Okay. So when I think about that, I'm like, well, Wilfs, have you learned your lesson? You know, like, what are we doing here? This seems like we're going now. I understand that obviously maybe this move isn't for, you know, him to be a GM or even get to that position. And to me, I said it in my video today, Bruce, was maybe this is a situation where maybe Rob wants to transition to GM. They're bringing this guy Matt in to see, you know, kind of intern with Rob to eventually take that over. But again, it goes back to my point is you have two now. You don't have one. Now you have two accountants in the building. We don't need them making the football decisions for us, bro, when it comes to talent evaluation.
Yep.
You know? So I don't know.
I completely agree. I the one thing I'll say is him being kind of like the salary cap guru, like the guy that's going to worry about that. Yeah. It's a good time to bring him in because I mean Kwesi did leave you, I think, $48 million under the cap here.
Yeah. Yeah.
So there's obviously going to need to be some cuts made. Hargrave, Aaron Jones, Hawkinson, other guys there, other candidates for it, restructures. So a good time to bring him in, but I agree that it's I'd like to have more of a football-y guy, like just running the ship here, because it just, I mean, Spielman was more of like that, and Spielman could draft, so that's a positive there. But like I said, it's like,
hey, Mr. Round 7, baby.
Exactly. Yeah.
Hey, but at least he got us some players. Shit, you know what I'm saying? Like we're still kind of living off Spielman's drafts to this day.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Which is crazy. That says a lot, bro.
Yeah. No, it's true.
That says a lot. We criticized him, you know, on his trading back and getting all these 7th round picks. But I'm gonna tell you, we still got players on this team. The foundation of this team is still Rick Spielman, which is crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Like shit. Yeah. So. Hey, that's crazy, man. Shout out Zoe in the building. I see you, Zoe. Blood Eagle Smeagol. What's good with you, Steve? What's happening, man? I see you, man. Y'all make sure hit the like button. Appreciate y'all tapping in. Make sure you go subscribe to my guy, Bruce, over there on Twin City Sports Talk. It is pinned at the top of the chat. Y'all make sure y'all click that link, man, and go subscribe so we can pop in on him when he go live and do his show. I don't know if y'all are going live. Do y'all go live, Bruce, over there, or you just do shows?
Usually just recording.
Okay.
Maybe big trade happens a few times, we'll go live. But.
Nice. Well, you know, hey, make sure y'all over there commenting, hitting the like button, hitting the hype button for my boy. Y'all know all of that matters, man. That's what helps us grow. And I see big things for Twin City Sports Talk, man. I think y'all gonna definitely take off, bro. Once people start locking in with y'all, it's over with, man. Because you talk ball the right way, brother, for sure. You talk ball the right way. Shout out Jason, man. He said, I feel like as Vikings fans, we always find a way to make excuses for the. Here, let me pull it up so you can read it with me there. I feel like as Vikings fans, we always find a way to make excuses for Vikings so we can cope. We never hold a high standard. I mean, look at JJ McCarthy. He's so mid, and it showed all season. Damn, Jason, you just in a bad mood today, Jay? Jay, you just coming in a bad mood, bro. Like, come on, dog. You just coming in a bad mood, bro. What's up, man? It's the end of the week, bro. It's almost the weekend, bro. Like, for real, that's what we doing? Nah, hey, JJ ain't mid. He looked good at the end of the season. You know what I mean? I'll give you this.
Yeah,
he didn't look how we expected him to look. How about that?
It's fair. Yeah.
He didn't look how we expected. I expected Tom Brady like the rest of y'all, man. Shit, I'm just saying. Shout out Frozen North, man. I see you, Frozen North. Did you say Utes? Yeah, man, Utes. You know what I mean? Like, shout out my guy Norris, man. Norris is an OG of the channel, Bruce, man.
Okay.
I'm sure he'll come over and support you as well, man. OG of the channel, OG Vikings fan. You know what I mean? Been rocking that purple and gold for before me and you been born. You know what I'm saying? You know what's going on. So Kwesi's fire is warranted. Then you're feeling like that. I'm feeling like that too. You know, I was on the same boat as you. We align, bro. Like we kind of see the same thing, bro. We're feeling feeling the same here about this squad. I want to get into the draft stuff, but before we do that, let's get into this last one here. Where is Kevin O'Connell on the hot seat in 2026, and why, bro? If you feel like he is on the hot seat, because and I'll say mine first real quick.
Yep.
Here's my thing: is this team's expectations is to make the playoffs by any means necessary. When you talk about Kevin O'Connell, especially after this season, Bruce, where you got every coach in the NFC North has now a playoff win, including a coach that coached for his first year. You know what I'm saying? And is over there in Chicago. So now you got everybody in the league is sitting here hyping this guy up. He's the QB whisperer. He's the offensive wizard. He's everything, man. All the great praise. But yet we have nothing to show for it. Nothing, bro. We don't got a playoff win. We don't got anything, man. Do we even got an NFC North title? Did we win the NFC North in the first year? Okay, so it's first year here. First year we won the top. Congratulate, man. Let's give him a round of applause.
It kind of just evens out there.
Yeah, let's give him a round of applause, man. You know, he won a division one time. We give him that. All right, we give him that. But I mean, bro, we have to make the playoffs in 2026 for me. But I think he starts the season off in the hot seat. And real quick, Bruce, before I let you land your plane, I think it's like this too. With all this going on, Kwesi getting fired, everything that's happening, that's transpiring, I'll give him his props. We're making moves. The 24 hours after Kwesi got fired, we brought in 4 new hires to build around, right? We also we just made a move today. So that's 5 crucial moves that I feel like we made. Now we got to see how those moves pan out. But at the end of the day, the team's making moves now. It seems like there's no more sitting on the hands, dragging feet. It seems like whoever's running it, and we'll give it to Kevin O'Connell. We'll give him his praise. We'll just say it's him. Hey, cool. I feel like he also, Bruce, was the one that went to the Wolves and complained about something. I feel like he's the cheese eater in the building. This is my opinion, you know, and I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying that's my opinion. I feel like he's the one who wanted to make this happen as far as getting Kwesi out, because I felt like he couldn't work with them to really go where the direction that he sees the team going. He probably felt like Kwesi was holding him back in a way, right? Now, with that being said, bro, this season now, here in 2026, every single thing that happens, whether good or bad, is going to fall on his shoulders now. Not only is he going to be looked at as the head coach of the team when the team isn't doing well, but when this draft comes around and these players don't perform, guess what? Kevin O'Connell, wear this belt, dog, because we on you, right? And now you are going to have Vikings fans. They already on his top. Bruh, it's going to be bad for him. But what do you think, bro? You think he's on a hot seat and will he get fired in 2026?
Yeah, I'd say definitely for sure. Because honestly, like we just discussed like 15 minutes ago, Brian Flores being back. I mean, first of all, you have a defense. I don't care if you lose some pieces on the D-line this offseason. Defense is going to be top 10 in all key categories, no matter what. You're going to have a great defense to trot out there. The offense will have literally no excuse. And like, the thing about this year too is like, I just figured this out like a week or two ago. I forget, but like that kick return in the Bears game, we were like, if the Bears don't have that kick return, the Vikings are in the playoffs. So it's like this was a rough year, but again, we went 9-8, and it's like it's not as bad as people thought. But yes, to continue the Kevin O'Connell train here, yes, I think he's on the hot seat. Just because, like you said, quarterback whisperer, he should be the one to really get JJ ready for these games. And here's the thing that sucks is call a good game for JJ, which until the last 4 games there, he didn't do that. And I did see this like coming out like a week ago when Kwesi did get fired or whatever, but maybe it was Kevin Seifert in the building. But someone said Kevin was actually the one that didn't want JJ to start, and Kwesi was the one who didn't want to go sign a veteran backup or have. I thought that would be like the opposite, to be completely honest. I thought Kevin would have been the one to want JJ to start Kevin to want JJ to start, but such a confusing situation. But either way,
no, I get you.
Yeah, there's no excuses. Your offensive line, this like Christian Darrisaw is going to be going into the next year all healthy. This year was weird with him. He was sitting out for like second halves of games. He went into the year still battling that ACL, coming back from that. Ryan Kelly, we don't know what's happening with him, but there was just a lot of weird things. But next year, you get Brian Flores back. It is honestly all in. If you need to go get a running back this offseason to have that two-headed horse, because Aaron Jones is one of those cut candidates, clear some money before the new league year. There's really no excuses. They have a team. They have a team to compete. I'm not saying they're going to go win a Super Bowl or anything, but KOC needs to run the ball, which obviously we all know that's really hard for him to do, because KOC, it's almost like he's kind of just, his head's too big. He wants to be known as the guy who passes the ball, who can lead a championship team just by passing. But to do that, you need Matthew Stafford, and that's what they had back in 2021 when they won the Super Bowl. So you don't have that yet. He has to adjust. I don't know if he can, and if he doesn't, I think he's going to be one of the head coaching jobs that's possibly might get fired here. So if he doesn't have that type of year, because JJ coming into his second year here, he needs to get his mechanics figured out. Like I said before, the pre-snap stuff, that's all fine and good. It's all on KOC here, just like you said. It's all on him. I will say one thing that we've talked about on my show quite a bit is, one issue I have with the Wilfs a little bit is the Wilfs have been stated many times, or like quoted saying, we will never be bad. We will always be competitive. Like no matter what, we will always never be a laughingstock of the league. And that's always kind of irritated me, because the Vikings, just like we've all seen, have kind of just been coasting by. Like we have a pop-up year, and then the next year it's a 500 year, or 2023 we went 7-10. In a year like that, in 2023, we weren't going to make a run in the playoffs. You should have traded Danielle Hunter when you had the chance. You could have gotten like a first or third round pick or something, first and third. But it is okay to be bad if you have a plan for the future, because look at the Patriots, man. Tom Brady goes to Tampa. They're bad for like 5 years straight, but then they get their coach and variable. They get their quarterback in the draft in May, and now they're in the Super Bowl, and they capitalized on this super easy schedule this year.
Yeah.
Vikings, they have a very favorable schedule next year, which adds on to this KOC kind of like hot seat discussion here, because they do have a favorable schedule, and it would suck if they can't make the most of it. There's a comment. Hey, Bruce, what if JJ McCarthy is the
I'll pull it up.
KOC? Do we say it's KOC because JJ can't throw the ball, or are you going to blame JJ McCarthy if he doesn't get better, or KOC? Yeah, it's kind of a mix of both here. Like I said, JJ's mechanics were all over the place this year. We all saw it. He has the big leg flare up when he throws the deep ball, which, you got to be on platform if you're throwing the deep ball. The other thing I'll say is, like, the offensive line was all moving around this year. Justin School was in for some. Walter Rouse was in some for Darrisaw. It's like he was being pressured a lot, but there is flashes. There was that pass to Ben Sims in the Packers game where he was off platform rolling out right on to like the 4-yard line. Perfect pass. He can throw the ball really hard, but that comes with being on platform, being in system here. So if it's JJ and he doesn't fix his mechanics and he throws some of these careless picks that we saw this year where he's throwing into double coverage, I'll blame that on JJ any day. But there's throws like we went over that 3rd and 1 play against the Ravens, where that is KOC's fault. The KOC play calling it can go both ways. It really can, but we just have to wait till next year to really see it.
Yeah. No, man. Shout out my boy Two-Tone in the building, man. Two-Tone, what's good with your brother PG4L? My SKOL bro Ski, man. SKOL Moth, what's good with you, bro? Yeah, we got us a new one, SKOL Moth, man. We got Bruce in the crib. Let's get it. Shout out Bruce. So, and real quick too, Jason, is here's the thing. I don't think there's any player on this team right now other than maybe Justin Jefferson, really, bro, if I had to think about it, that is exempt from criticism and us saying, hey, bro, you got to do better. I know people are thinking like, hey, this is a Kirk Cousins situation. Jason, I'm gonna let you know that right now. R-Rate PZ, we not on that. Like if you go back and you watch my video after the Packers game, I was brutally honest about JJ McCarthy. Okay. Like I'm not the type that just because I'm sure Bruce isn't either, because I've watched some of his videos and I can already tell you how he talks about the team. It's not this whole fanboy vibe where, oh, I love JJ so much that he can do nothing wrong. No, bro, we want to win, bro. We want the Vikings to win. Yeah. We want the Vikings to win. Listen, if JJ McCarthy, the reality is this though, Bruce, and I know you're with me here, is the kid hasn't played a ton of football, bruh. Yeah. On top of being injured, like not only was he injured as all of his first season, but then he comes this season and every other week it felt like he was out again. You know what I mean? Like it just was he even able to put 4 games together? I don't even think he was able to put 4 in a row together. I think the Giants game might have been the 4th game, but then he wound up getting put out of that game with the finger.
4 full games, no, but yeah. I mean, he played in 4 games in a row, but 4 full games, no.
Right. So, and we're gonna say then, no, if you didn't finish the 4th game, shit, and you got put out early, wasn't able to put 4 games together. Now that in itself is the issue, right? That in itself is a problem that needs to be fixed. I mean, availability is definitely one of the most important things is like, yo, we got to see you. And that's my expectation for JJ McCarthy next year is, bro, you have to be available all 17, bruh. Like, I don't care. I'm holding you to that standard. We're going on your 3rd season and it's time to be available all 17. Like, because if we continue to have these injuries, and I know injuries happen in the NFL, bro, and I know it happens, this, that, and the third, but that doesn't mean we have to put up with it as Vikings fans. We can say because there are quarterbacks that play every game, bro, for years, bro. They just out there performing, and maybe they get banged up here and there and got to sit out a play, whatever. Or a concussion is one thing because there's a bang play. But if you're out here, hurting a finger, hurting an ankle, hurting a knee, and hurting an elbow, it's like, bro, all right, bro, you just fragile, bro. You're just fragile.
Like some quarterbacks, like, I mean, all of us can hate on Tom Brady for being so good, but like Tom Brady played till he was, what was it, like 42 or 40? I forget what age, but
it was up
he
there.
avoided injuries, and it's a skill, okay? Because guys, they play longer into the league. I mean, Josh Allen look at Jackson Dart. He was out for a few games every now and then this year too because he was being reckless. He was lowering the helmet, lowering the shoulder. It's a skill to not get hurt. JJ, the one against the Giants, I think, or the one where he had the hand injury, I forget who that was against, but that's
I think
him
it was the Giants,
Yeah, it's like that was him throwing when the pocket's collapsing. There, I mean, I hate to put Kirk Cousins in like JJ McCarthy's mind, but Kirk was great at just hunkering down and just taking the sack sometimes. Because if JJ does that there, he doesn't get hurt. It's a skill sometimes to not like put yourself in harm's way.
Yeah.
And then that Packers game in the last game of the year, I know there's no more games after that, but JJ on like that first drive, I think he hit stick Keyshawn Nixon on the side.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, JJ, come on.
But those are the plays. Those are the plays though, where it's like, bro, you could have avoided doing that because, based off of history, bro, that's a play where now you threw your shoulder out. Now your shoulder's sore and you can't play.
Well, that and you made an enemy now. Now Keyshawn's going to come next year and light into you,
which is cool, bro. Like I'm all good. I'm all good with making enemies too, especially when it comes to the Packers and the Bears. Make them. I mean? Make them, bro. I want
rivalry.
I want the rivalry, bro. Heat it up. I'm here for that. I'm buying that ticket every single day of the week. But again, I'm with you though, man. You do it. I didn't think about it like that, but you do.
Not everything is your fault. Like, yes. Yeah. There's just injuries sometimes, but some of them are avoidable. They definitely are. Yeah.
Yeah. You do have to, like you said, I didn't think about it like that, but avoiding injuries is kind of a skill. We have one of our members that talks Vikings football with us all the time, and in the chat, his name's T-Bass, and he also made a point one time and said, JJ McCarthy, one thing he needs to learn how to do too is play injured. He said, or play hurt, right? Because there's injuries that means you can't play, you're injured, but hurt. Everybody's hurt. Everybody by week 5, 6, bro, you're hurt. It just is what it is, know? And it's like, hey, you need to learn how to do that. But that takes it takes practice, I guess, right? Going out there.
Josh Allen just play on like a broken ankle in the
bro. Like you start hearing the stories because who else had like a broken foot the whole season or something, bro? I feel like there's another quote. Was it
know
Josh?
The story you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm like, bro, he played with damn near a broken foot the whole season. Like, again, it just lets you know.
Yeah. It's like,
so whenever you sprain a finger, JJ McCarthy, we can't hear about it, bro.
Yeah.
We can't hear about it, bro. You sprain a finger, bro, shut up and go play, right? That's where I'm going to hold you to that standard. I will say this. here's a cool story, Bruce. Speaking on that, I had JJ McCarthy's QB coach on, Coach Greg Holcomb. Shout out my boy Norse, man, for setting me up with that, man. My brother right there.
There we go, nice.
But I had him on, and I can link you with him too if you ever want to have him on your show and talk JJ McCarthy with him. But he had a story when JJ McCarthy was, I think it was a junior, and I got to go back and listen. But when he was a junior, he wound up breaking one of his fingers. And in high school, they're very strict. It isn't like, and if you say that your finger, if like they find out your finger is broken, they won't let you
cut
play.
Off.
Yeah, like because it's high school, it's just the insurance behind. It's just not. They're not going to let you do it. JJ McCarthy like didn't tell anybody. Only him and Holcomb knew, and his parents, and they just taped it up. And he went out there and played, and he had a great game. I think they wound up winning the state championship. So like I say that to say like it's in him to play injured, but the NFL's a little different. He gotta figure it out. For sure.
Yeah, and I think like some of that like sticking in the pocket, it just goes back to you need to be quicker on your progressions. That's one of the biggest things. Like I said, he's good pre-snap. He can see a defense, but it's the progressions. A bunch of these, I went back on the All-22 and looked at all of the interceptions he had this year. I think like 8 out of the 12 of them, he's staring down the receiver. It's pretty obvious. He's not flipping around to see the whole field. So, but that's the thing. If you're staring down a receiver, you don't know what's happening in the pocket. You don't know everything going on around you. Yeah, it's avoidable, these injuries, but that's one of the big things with that. Yeah.
So I noticed, Bruce, that you really like the draft. And I know you kind of touched on the love thing. Hold on, let me edit this real quick. Let me just edit this. Expectations 26 for. Let me see here. And I know you really like the draft. It seems like, at least that's the vibe I'm getting. All right.
Oh, yeah.
All right. And I want to talk about the love thing. I get you on that. I'm liking that move. That's obviously would have to be a first round type of move to be made because he's obviously going in the first. But let's put him out of the conversation right now.
Okay.
All right. Minnesota Vikings. We're on the clock. Do you like doing mock drafts?
Oh yeah, we've done 3 or 4 of them already. We do them really every week or so.
Okay. Because everybody loves the mocks. I know the mock drafts and just in case, because everybody loves to see them. And I'm gonna actually do one tomorrow night on the live stream. So everybody in the building, make sure you tap it. Or is it tomorrow? Yeah, we'll do them tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday. I keep thinking it's Friday today for some reason, bro. My days are off like a mug, bro. But let's say love is out of the question.
Okay.
You're the Vikings GM. Like, what besides love, bro? Where do you think this team needs to go? Name us a player and kind of tell us why, because I know you do your homework, bro. Just kind of because we're still in our bag trying to figure out some of these classes, bro. I don't know about you, but I feel like this draft class is underwhelming in my opinion compared to the last couple. I feel like there was a lot more bigger names, I guess, to say the least, that people were hyping up. This year, it kind of seems like I'm more often now saying, bro, who's that guy? Who's that? I don't know. What? Tell me more. So talk to us, man.
In my opinion, I think this draft class is it's not worse or better. It's kind of just right in the middle of the pack, in my opinion. But as far as the Vikings, there's a few different things in this offseason. Like, one, TJ Hawkinson is a trade or cut candidate.
You got to go.
Contract. Like, I think a lot of Vikings fans can agree on that. So,
yes, sir.
If that were to happen, Oregon's tight end, Kenyon Sadiq, he's the number 1 tight end in the draft. He should be going around 20 in the draft here. And he is just a complete baller. He does everything. He blocks well in the run game, on pass plays. He's blocking on these short yardage kind of screens and everything too. But he has great hands. For any Gophers fans in here, you guys saw what he did against the Gophers week 10 or whatever that was. But if the Vikings were to get rid of Hawkinson, which that is kind of looking like it, Kevin O'Connell loves to utilize a tight end in his offense. Like, we saw TJ Hawkinson in 2023 when we traded for him, when he was kind of at his peak there. He hasn't looked the same since the injury, but we saw him. Kevin loves to use the tight ends in this offense, and I think Kenyon Sadiq could carry that up perfectly. I also love Josh Oliver, and I think he needs to be utilized more, but we can talk about that some other time.
Is Sadiq, real quick, Bruce, is Sadiq the big brolic type mug that got the it's on be busting out the pads? Am I thinking in number 18 or am I thinking of somebody else?
Well, he is 18, but
okay, he's 18.
I think he's 6'3", like 260. He's hands, speed. He's honestly the whole package, really.
Got
like
you.
I said,
Okay.
good blocking, but that's if you were to go tight end, that's really the only guy you would pick in at where we're at right now. But my main thing is corners. If everything kind of were to stay the same, Jeff Okudah, that was a horrible experiment.
Oh man, I love Jeff
year.
Bruce. I
You
love Jeff.
him?
I loved him.
Oh,
I
man.
loved him. Hey man, hey Bruce, I went on the ledge, man. I said, hey,
okay,
Jeff Okudah gonna be a beast, man. To be that type of player in college and not be something like, bro, come on,
I mean, going
man.
third overall, it's crazy, absolutely crazy.
That's all right. Talk to me though, man. Talk to me.
I don't know. The corners, like when he had to play this year, and just the depth there was honestly really bad. Just really everywhere at corner. So you had Isaiah Rodgers and Byron Murphy, which Murphy had a down year for what he's getting paid now, and he wasn't great in a lot of aspects. But corner, there's a few other options. Jermod McCoy probably won't be there at 18. Mansour Delane from LSU, really active, good man coverage, which obviously in this Brian Flores defense, these corners are left on islands. It's going to be a lot of man that you play. So Mansour Delane, if he dropped there, that would be undoubtedly who I'd pick right there. I'd pick him over Kenyon Sadiq, even if TJ is gone. But then another one, Avion Terrell, AJ Terrell's brother, from Clemson.
I like him. I like him.
Yeah, he's really active. Another one, good
he's
man,
feisty.
good man. Yes, yeah, really good with the hands on the line. And
what do you know about the kid from Tennessee?
Jermod McCoy. So yeah, actually, if people can see, like, I have some family down in Knoxville, so I've been a big Vols fan my whole life too. I watch Jermod a lot. If people want to go see what kind of a player Jermod is, another one, really good man, taller corner. I think he's 6'2". Speed man, just really active. He's not the one thing he does struggle in his zone a little bit. But he is that active corner who in this defense with Flores would be so perfect in general. But if people want to get to know him, just look him up. His highlights against Alabama in 2024, he made basically a game-winning play in the end zone. It's just a simple fade to the corner and then he made a perfect play, just ripping the ball out. Just an awesome play or awesome film that you want to see from a corner in that kind of stance. And it was against Ryan Williams too, and he's kind of the hot topic in college football, young kid there. But
at that point, at that stage, because this year I feel like Ryan fell off.
He was underwhelming, but 2024, that was one of the big reasons why Tennessee ended up beating Alabama. But again, also, it's not like Eastern Tennessee; it's Alabama. He's making these plays, and he makes these plays against the top receivers in the country. I will say, if people want to look up Ohio State, the playoff game from 2 years ago, that was rough, but Tennessee was getting blown out in that game no matter what. Ohio State was kind of just owning everything. It was a tough one, but either way, super handsy off the line. It's a bigger corner, which I always appreciate, which that's also why I'm still mad about the whole Kyrie Jackson incident, because Kyrie Jackson being the 6'4" corner, fast, and then the actual like corner attributes weren't there yet with Kyrie, but that's stuff you can teach, just like I was saying with McCarthy. But either way, I've been wanting that tall, lengthy Jalen Ramsey type corner for the most part. And Jermod McCoy, I think, could fill up that frame a lot.
Okay.
I just don't think Jermod will be there at 18. I don't think there's really any way. The only way
you think he'll get picked before then?
I do think so, but I mean, the only reason why he maybe wouldn't is because he did tear his ACL. He didn't play at all this year. So that is maybe the only reason why he will drop, but he's been a top 10 consensus pick for about a year and a half now, ever since he kind of verbally committed to the draft. But realistic ones, I think, is Mansour Delane from LSU. I think he's I think he's more 5'11", but also D'Angelo Pons. I don't know if you
touch on Pons, man.
Yeah,
touch on Pons. I mean, he played a hell of a game. He, in my opinion, he should have won fucking MVP of the game. I mean, he completely balled out,
agree. Bro. Yes.
Yeah.
And Pons is definitely a second rounder if you were to go a different route in the first and get like a
trade back,
a
trade back type of deal.
If you wanted to, but Pons, I don't think, just the size with Pons is, but he makes up for it with his like aggressiveness and just his whole just attributes with him. But Pons is like 5'8", 160 pounds, so very small for the NFL standard. But first round corners, Mansour Delane, Avion Terrell are a few of our.
Who would you get? Who would you get between those two guys? And they're both on the clock. Who are you pulling the trigger on?
I do Mansour.
Okay.
I just love watching the film with him. Really good man coverage. I'd say maybe beside Jermod McCoy, probably the best man coverage corner in this draft.
Okay.
He's kind of just the regular corner size. He's not going to be a Jalen Ramsey type where I think he is like 5'11", maybe 6 foot. But more of just a regular cornerback size. It's just so great in man. And especially this year, he would come in as that third cornerback. And like I said, in this defense with Brian Flores, that would be so key. It would be really key. I mean, these corners are left on islands, so.
Where do you have, man? Hey, shout out to Bruce, man. Hey, listen, this the guy we needed, man. Let's go. Let's go. Bruce gave us a rundown, man. I love it, bro. One more thing, man. I don't want to hold you too much longer. We've been going on for an hour and 10 minutes, bro. I appreciate you. And I just got one more topic, bro, that can be quick, and it has to do with drafting players. A defensive tackle, man, you know, because the Minnesota Vikings, we always try to say, man, look, the trenches, bro, or even offensive line, bro, because like we talked about earlier, you got Kwesi that brought in the Fries and the Kellys, but they were a little underwhelming, bro. And I got to say, bro, O'Neal, I have faith in him. I think he's going to be okay. But this season to me also was underwhelming. Like, is there a reason for us to try to address that in the first round, whether it's the defensive line or the offensive line? Let's just call it the trenches. Is there a reason for us to address that instead of the corner or the DB, whatever?
I mean, again, it all kind of depends on these cuts, because obviously Jonathan Allen, Javon Hargrave are cut candidates. I mean, those are hefty contracts right there. So if you were to end up cutting both of those, Allen and Hargrave, I would say, I mean, one big name, Peter Woods from Clemson.
Woods.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, he's one of the top defensive tackles, and I think if you were to get rid of both of those, I mean, Jalen Redmond was everything you needed him to be this year. Redmond was fantastic.
And Levi Drake is on the come up. I feel like too. Like, I mean, he obviously isn't going to be like your every down type guy, but he's doing his thing.
I will. One thing, I'll get back on track, but one thing the Vikings missed this year is Harrison Phillips. I know they made that trade. I forget what they got back from the Jets, but the run defense was very leaky sometimes this year, and Harrison Phillips could have helped out with that a lot.
Absolutely.
But
absolutely.
I don't want to get too into the weeds.
Shout out Sir D, man. Appreciate you, Sir D, tapping in and Salif, man. Appreciate y'all, man. Hey, if you want to know about the Thomas hire real quick, Bruce, my bad to cut you off, man. If you want to hear about it, you're gonna have to watch the replay, man. We talked about it at some point in the show. It was towards the 3/4 in, maybe around that area, man. So, but another player too, this Caleb guy from Florida. Bruce, you know anything about
Caleb Banks?
What's to him, man? Did you tap in with him yet and watch film or what?
Yeah, I mean, I've been kind of sticking on the offensive side right now. I'll get to my defensive pretty soon here, but all I know about Banks is just another big defensive tackle. He takes up a lot of space already, but his main thing is his power move, where he takes his right hand many times this season, takes his right hand, gets on the shoulder of an offensive guard, just shoves him out of the way. Just that quick power move. Not really like a swim move around him, but he can get around anyone. He's an amazing prospect too, and I'm not completely sure where he's kind of projected to go. Maybe early second round, if I had to say, maybe late first. But him or Peter Woods, those two, I think those are the top two defensive tackles in the draft. Either one I'd be completely happy with. They're both great with the power moves. Not really much finesse and like speed with them. They're more of like a Dexter Lawrence type. They're going to get through.
You say Dexter Lawrence type, bro, sign me up, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
Exactly.
Sign me up.
I mean, it would be pretty nasty with one of them and Redmond and Drake Rodriguez right there.
Yeah.
Keeping up the middle there. Yeah, that would be gross in my opinion.
Nice, bro.
But yeah.
Nice, man. Eric from New Mexico, Florinda, and Raquel. Shout out to you. Appreciate it, man. Let's go.
There we go.
Hey, man. So, hey, Bruce, man, I appreciate you tonight, brother. This show, to me, man, this is one for the books. I got to be honest with you, bro. I've had a ton of people on. I really take pride in like finding new content creators that are obviously representing the Minnesota Vikings. So I'm glad I stumbled across your page, bro. It was destined to happen, man. I seen your page and I'm like, let me click, see what he's talking about. Once I found out what you were talking about and how you talked it, I was like, I got to get this brother on. And I'm glad you were able to tap on, bro. I don't want this to be the last time. What I learned tonight about you, bro, is first of all, you're very, very knowledgeable when it comes to players coming into the draft and which direction you think this team should go. And those are the kind of people I want to have conversations with. So with that being said, you know, I want to make sure we can set something up again soon before the draft happens, man. Yeah. Get you on, and once you get in your bag and start getting to the defensive side of the ball, and you got a list, bro. I want to go through the list, man. You know,
we gotta do a mock draft.
Yeah,
mock draft. Oh
yeah, we'll set that up, bro. We'll set a mock draft up when Bruce comes on, everybody. And Bruce walk us through a mock, man, and we'll get this thing popping. But with that being said, to everybody, make sure you go over, subscribe to Twin City Sports Talk, because I'm sure Bruce and his crew will be touching on a lot of these players in the upcoming weeks as the draft inches closer and closer. So if you want to know something, because then y'all go watch Bruce, y'all get the knowledge about the player. And then when we do our drafts, our mock drafts over here, we're not just looking at players and drafting them because their names start with a damn B, C, or D. All right. We actually know why we're going after this player. I'll tell you a quick thing, Bruce, is, you know, me, I'm more of I just like to get on, talk my Minnesota Vikings. I do my homework on players in the draft, but I only pick a select few that I just want as a fan. Yep. I actually lean on our community, which we have a great one over here, bro, because they go do their homework. And then we bounce ideas off each other in the chat when we do mock drafts, and I do polls and stuff. So it's fun, and it also makes sense. But I'm not really huge on, you know, spending too much time doing homework on players and kind of being you know, the Mel Kipers of the world. But I respect those people like yourself, bro, that can talk the game like you can, man. So shout out to you, brother. Yeah, for sure, man. Let's get Bruce around the
college football fan too. Like,
let's go.
Football is everything too, so.
Let's go, bro. Hey, well, look, man. Hey, Crown, appreciate you tapping in last minute, bro. Crown, love you, bro. We gonna definitely get up with you. Hey, Bruce, I appreciate you, brother, and we will definitely be in touch, man. Y'all make sure y'all go subscribe to my brother, man.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, thanks for having me on. This was really fun.
Yes, sir. All right, bro. Hey, man, shout out Bruce, man. Shout out Bruce. That was a great show. Thank you, everybody that showed him love tonight. Hey, I'm gonna tell you right now, bro. Hey, go over there. Go over there and subscribe to the boy. You hear how we talking, man. You hear how we talking. I like that. He definitely a new member to the family. That's a fact. Skiyuma. What is it again? Fuck. I always get it wrong. God damn it. Hey, real quick before we go. Hey, the Gophers need to hire. They need to hire Mr. Howard as the D-line coach, man. Hey, Mr. Howard, Willie Howard needs to be the D-line coach for the Golden Gophers. That is a fact. We have to push that, man. Anytime y'all talking Golden Gophers, man, push that, man. Tag PJ Fleck, man. He need to know what's up, because I don't think he know, man. I don't think he know, but we here to show him. You know what I mean? We here to tell him, man, for sure. Shout out Shaq in the building. I see you, Shaq. Appreciate you tapping in. Hey, I love y'all. Tomorrow's show, we're going to chill a little bit, go over some news. I'll probably call Carl tomorrow. We'll get Carl. Damn, that was a tongue twister. We'll get Carl on the line tomorrow to ask him how he feels about all these moves and stuff we got going on. So there'll be a little segment there. We'll also do a mock draft. We'll probably do 2 or 3 of them tomorrow, because we really don't have no specific plan. So anybody who want to mock, maybe Yogi in the building. Yogi, maybe if you available tomorrow night, man, hop on screen with me and mock. So tomorrow will be a fun show. Mr. I Want to Mock, I got you. I know I promised you that a couple of days ago, bro, but I promise you tomorrow night's live is surrounded for you, baby. This one for you. This one for you, Mr. I Want to Mock. Let's go, man. Tomorrow's going to be great. See y'all tomorrow. Holla at your boy.